Hi guys, thank you for tuning into What Changed Your Mind. My name is Jennifer Diaz-Avedo. In my last episode, I talked a lot about thought and belief. And there's a difference. What? Yes, there's a difference. I talked about how there are all of these people in the world operating on different planes of belief and thought, right? You've got your people down here who feel guilty, sad, depressed, the world isn't fair, I'm not enough. You've got people all over this spectrum. You've got people up here smashing it, right? That just believe that life is beautiful, everything always works out for them, and so they're bumping into those like-minded people and they're living their life up here on this plane. So everyone in the world is somewhere on here, and you might think you're a positive person, but maybe you can't get the law of attraction to work for you, or maybe life is really hard. I'm here to help you figure out how to change your thoughts so that you can be living up here on this plane. And I have been all over this. So let me tell you a little something I would know. Okay, so in my last video, I explained about how I started out life up here. My beliefs were good, strong, powerful. I believed that I was worthy of everything this world has to offer. And due to some life circumstances and things that had occurred in my life, slowly, I ended up moving my way down this scale. And if you watched my last episode, if you haven't, go back and watch episode 1. I talk about how because your thoughts are sneaky and your beliefs can change slowly over time, I really thought, my conscious thought I was still thinking up here. I thought, well, I'm a positive person, but really I had become a cynic. I had become someone who was fearful. I was afraid of abandonment, right? Like I'd gone through some pretty severe, scary things. And so I was down here with my beliefs, but my conscious thoughts still thought I was up here. Does that make sense? Are you following that? If you have questions, make sure to comment below. But I'm gonna show you something that helped me figure out what I was doing, what had happened, what I had gone through. Beliefs and thoughts are totally different things. A belief, I know another teacher that says a belief is a thought you just think over and over and over and over again. But let's say you are standing in line and you're going to order some food and you are looking up at the menu and you are very consciously thinking about what it is that you want. Do I want a taco or do I want a burrito? And your brain is very conscious. But have you ever gotten in the car and you've got to go to the store and it's a similar route to how you usually go to work and all of a sudden you realize you're headed to work? What? How did I knew I was supposed to go to the store. That's because your subconscious mind took over and just started taking you down the path that it normally takes you. Hello, are you catching this? Light bulbs everywhere, I hope. So I learned a mindset model that my coach taught me, that her mentor, who was Bob Proctor, if you've ever seen The Secret, he's in that, taught her. It was actually developed in the 1930s by a doctor named Dr. Thurman Fleet. And this helped me see how my mind was working and how I could fix it so that I could start getting better results, so that I would have less anxiety, get rid of depression and fear and all of these things. You guys want to learn it? This is a mindset model, and there's a lot to explain to it, so I'm going to give you the very basic explanation of it right now, and I'll dive a little bit deeper into it, but just to help you sort of grasp and understand how thoughts and beliefs are different. This is our mind, this big circle here, and it's split into two sections. This is our conscious, and this is our subconscious right here. Down here's our body, and it's teeny tiny because without our mind, our body is really nothing, right? So here's our body, here's our mind. These little fingers up here are our 5 senses, right? Sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing. Those come into play. But for right now, I just want you to see this is your conscious, this is your subconscious. Now, your conscious mind allows things to come down here into your subconscious mind. So it's kind of like your guard. However, we haven't really been good at teaching our kids or teaching people that we've got to really truly guard our thoughts. I know I've heard that as a kid, oh, guard your thoughts, but it was more of on a conscious level than what I really understood. So if you let things in, like how I let things slowly come in, oh, people can't be trusted, oh, the world is a bad place, ooh, that, you know, like I'm afraid of being abandoned, you slowly let some beliefs come in down here. But I thought in my conscious mind that I was still a really positive person because I was always kind to people, I was always nice, I was a hard worker, but like I said, my beliefs, my subconscious mind had shifted to people can't be trusted, right? Life is hard, money's hard to come by, I work really hard and I make next to nothing, right? Like these are the thoughts that were really running my show. And like I mentioned, you know, are you consciously making decisions? Most of the time, your subconscious mind is running your show. Now, your conscious mind, it can totally change and overthrow that. It totally can, but it takes work. It takes consistent practice and effort because what you think, you get. So if you have negative thoughts, you're getting negative stuff in your life. That's basically the law of attraction, right? What you think about, you bring about. So we've got our beliefs down here, and whatever we do with our body, we're directing with our mind. So if we have bad beliefs, right? Maybe we are lazy. Maybe we don't believe we have control over anything. So we act like that person, right? We sleep in. We're not proactive in our life. We're negative. The people that we hang out with are negative. Like we make poor choices when we're, you know, operating on a lower plane. And so because that's what our body does is operate on this lower plane because of our thoughts, that's what we keep getting. So here's our actions. They're gonna roll around up here. We're gonna see everything with our senses and go, see, I'm right. People can't be trusted. See, I'm right. So you're gonna just keep proving yourself right negatively, or if you're crushing it and living up here on this high plane, you're gonna keep proving to yourself that you're right. You're gonna keep going, see, people can be trusted. People are amazing. Life is glorious. Money, it's just easy to come by. I always have great ideas. If you can change your thoughts before you see results, that's how you start bringing the law of attraction and what you think you get. If you want to change your life, if you want good things happening in your life, you've got to change your thoughts first, period. And my conscious mind, I was a good person. I was positive. I was happy. And I was, you know, first of all, I was not happy, but I was a good person. And I did treat people well. None of that had changed. Just my thoughts had changed. And there was such a stark contrast between when I believed everything was good and when I believed everything was bad. There was such a discord in me, like I could feel it, and I knew something had changed. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And the sad thing for me is that when I did realize what had gone on, what had shifted, I thought, how many people on this planet have been operating since they were teeny tiny at a very low levels of belief, and they don't even know that there's something better. They don't even know how amazing life could be if they could figure out how to shift it. Is this making sense? If you have questions, like I said, drop them in the comments below and I'll answer them the best I can, or I'll create a new video based on your questions. So these are the basics. This is what I wanted to teach you a little bit about mindset, about thought versus belief, conscious versus subconscious, and how that works. Now, in order to change your subconscious, you got to consistently think something new until it's a habit. And our brains are like computer programs, right? Like it takes work. It takes work to shift those thoughts, but it's possible. So now that you have a little bit better of an understanding of how your mind, your conscious and your subconscious mind works, maybe you've tried to do, to use the law of attraction in your life and it hasn't worked. This was what happened for me. I was like, I'm trying, I'm working so hard, and I was working hard, right? Like I'm meditating, I'm trying to do all of this stuff, I'm being super positive, and nothing was shifting or working for me because my actual beliefs weren't positive. My conscious thoughts were like, oh yeah, I believe in the law of attraction, I believe in faith, I believe there's a higher power that loves me, but not really. Really, what was going on down here was keeping me stuck. Hopefully someone understands that, or it resonates with someone. Maybe I am just a tough case to crack, but that was really helpful for me. And in our next segment, I will dive deeper into how this works so that you can figure it out, hopefully a little bit better in your life. In my last segment, I told you to pinpoint your thoughts and label them. Are you doing it? I hope so. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Smash the subscribe button if you're finding value in this. Share it with your friends. I stinkin' love ya. See you soon.